What's up, YouTube, and welcome to KangBrosTV. Liverpool have drawn 0-0 with Stoke at home. You know what, yeah, I just want these likes of West Brom, Stokes, just to be gone. Just go to the lower league and just leave Liverpool alone. Because, boy, every time we play these kind of teams, every Liverpool fan's like, you know what, I don't know about this fixture. I know this game was in the middle of Roma game, and we had a feeling it was going to be like this. And there was times in the game we were just literally just snoozing. I think the fans at the time as well thinking, "Just want this game to be done with." I'm happy that we got a point out of it because we've got something. We want to make sure we get this top four, but it was a flat performance, isn't it?
Yeah, just hard to watch, man. It was just like it was a snooze fest. Like, to be fair, fair play to Stoke because I know what you mean about from your perspective. Like, oh yeah, get them gone, but don't get twisted. Listen, for them to go, someone else will replace them. We're probably going to do something similar. Probably bar Wolves. I think the only team that will probably have a go will probably be Wolves. But like, yeah, I just thought that they had to come to try and get something out of the game, and they did. They could have probably nicked all three, but yeah, from Liverpool's perspective, I guess it shows that we ain't got great strength and depth. I thought Joe Gomez, as much as I want to like him and I want to be like, yeah, this is the guy. He's had a few good games, and you do think, you know what, there's a player in there, but he just looks so off it, man, just so off it.
You know what? I've had enough of seeing Gomez in right back. I think I've seen what I wanted to see. We've tried him a number of times. He said he's had a few good performances, but today, I think Klopp touched it though. He hasn't had any real rhythm in the team, which is fair enough. There's a few players in our team today that went, the likes of Marriner, Klavan, Gomez. These players don't play week in, week out. And
Ings.
And Ings. And you could tell that today as well because there was no real fluency. The thing that worried me was that the play was so slow. The build-up play was so slow, going sideways, and you just want the ball to be moved quicker sometimes. And
so, do you know what? Sometimes I'm watching that game, and I'm thinking, I'm looking at it, just saying like, just do something, You know, like feel like Marriner sometimes he does it actually. He gets the ball out of his feet and he just whips in a raw cross, just a real, just a nasty cross. I was looking at it, I'm like, someone just do something. Just to wake somebody up, even if it gets some negative reaction sometimes, just do something, lighten the game up. I thought it was just flat performance, and I know it's going to sound like I'm being a real harsh critic, but that's not good enough for a Liverpool team who have aspirations of I don't think they will, but they obviously Man City is the team to try and knock off the top, right? So if you've got aspirations of doing that, yeah, you need to strengthen the squad, but you need to be putting these games to bed. You had a chance to sew up top four and close in on second if you'd beaten like West Brom and Stoke. They're in the bottom three. They're fighting for their life, granted, but they're in the bottom three for a reason. So you've got to be putting these teams to sleep. And especially with Champions League in mind, you should be thinking to yourself, these are the games that we'd want. So yeah, it's just frustrating, and I just hope it doesn't have any like.
Do you think you're being a bit harsh in the sense that we've got the likes of Emre out, we've got Lallana out, Ox out? These kind of players should make a difference and sort of get you over the line.
Yeah, but they're not defenders.
No, I mean like in midfield, they could offer you something different.
That's fine, but then the argument to that is that the guys that are playing in midfield are the guys that are playing quite regularly. So I know there's a little bit of rotation going on, but
you had Arnold, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean Arnold played up there, so these guys are playing quite regularly. So they're not my main concern. We managed to carve out 20 opportunities. I'm just saying, we look like we could concede a goal at any moment today, and that's what frustrates me. I thought Van Dijk was Van Dijk. I thought Klavan defensively was okay, but he just sometimes just plays a pass into bad areas. You're just like, whoa, what are you doing?
But do you think today was Liverpool deserved to win that game, or do you think it was?
I don't think they did.
That's what I was going to allude to. That I don't think we did.
Yeah.
We didn't cut out enough chances.
Clear cut, 2 on target.
The one that Mo Salah missed though, boy, I would have put my house on it. His yard, anybody's yard. I would have said, you know what, done. And I can't believe he missed that.
Listen, that was But I guess that kind of takes me on to one of the next points I wanted to bring up. Now, there's a lot of talk, and to be fair, I was riding that wave as well, but about saying, is he the best player on the planet at the moment? Now, I know it's one chance, right? It's one chance, so you can't, and arguably you can say, right, we'll let him off because he's done all right this season. But the only thing that you would say is the difference between your Messis and your Ronaldos and maybe your Lewandowskis and these guys is that you give them that chance, they're scoring that, and the game's done. And that's the difference between them, because they will get you a goal when it looks like you ain't going to score against these lesser sides. They get you a goal, and that's what separates them from the others. I'd say that's the only argument I'd have.
And that's a fair point. I think going on from your point though, even during the game, some of the decision making was quite poor from Salah. Like, sometimes you just pop onto his left, take a shot, trying to get a shot off, and sometimes there's much better options on.
I think it's maybe that golden boot thing is probably in his head a little bit.
I think
thinking,
so.
I want to score, and it's almost like we will score because we don't look like we're any real threat. We will score, but hopefully, I can try this. So maybe, but this is again, as a Liverpool fan, from what we've experienced in the past, you almost will, we'll let him off. We'll let you off. But it's just, it's just frustrating because you think that chance gets the goal and the whole game changes. But it wasn't to be.
The referee today. Well, I'm not even talking about the penalty because the penalty, right? The Liverpool fans, they will be vexed about the penalty. Why? Because we got given a penalty in the Roma game for Milner's. That was, we had the discussion about that. If that was a penalty, if Milner's is a penalty,
this is a stone wall penalty. But the thing is, it's not even that. I've brought it up so many times, right? But again, Klopp made a point earlier about Liverpool got the slice. They got robbed with the green against Man City, right? They did in that. Listen, we did. But what I'm saying is, against Everton, right, that penalty that was given against us, I've seen it today twice. Salah was getting gripped up, dashed about, and Firmino the same thing. Now, I'm not saying that they're penalties. I don't think they are penalties. But there needs to be consistency. We were given a penalty against us, against Roma. Now that game's wide open for a handball. Now, if that's a handball, there needs to be some consistency. I know it was an international or European ref or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, it should be consistency. That Liverpool game against Everton, I was raging about that penalty, fuming, because that's Everton, and I fucking hate Everton. But all I'm saying is, they have a voice now. Oh yeah, couldn't beat us. But all I'm saying is, that's not a penalty. So if that penalty against Liverpool is given, then it should be given here as well. And they're both Premier League games. So there's just no consistency. I can see why Stoke will be like, now it would be harsh if it was given against you. But now everyone kind of sees how we felt when Milner's gets given against us. So yeah, you can't blame referees because Liverpool have had 90 minutes to win that game, and exactly. I'm not saying that that's the only reason we didn't win the game, but yeah, the officiating hasn't been the best, and people talk about don't bring VAR into the game because it's going to ruin this. But listen, it can't get any worse because some of these fuckers ain't got a clue. They ain't got a clue, and that's not just for Liverpool. Even against Liverpool, sometimes I'm like, that's a foul. That's a foul, bruv.
There was throughout the whole game. I think, like I said, it wasn't just like the penalty you said. Throughout the whole game, some of the decisions were really, really poor. And Diouf was lucky to be on the pitch. Loads of shit that he was going on, and I don't know. I just thought it was a bad performance from the referee. And like I said, that's not to take away from the result. I don't think Liverpool carved out enough chances to win that game.
And fair play to Stoke. They've got a game plan. They don't have the resources that the other sides do.
They had a chance to nick it.
Yeah, exactly. They had a chance to win the game, and you wouldn't turn around. You wouldn't sit here. Excuse me. If it was a defeat, I wouldn't sit here and be like, nah, they didn't deserve that because Liverpool didn't deserve to win. So they're scrapping for their lives.
Let's talk about the goalkeeper. The reason why I want to bring this up, because obviously his performance today, but during the week, I saw Alisson play and I saw Oblak. Cheese. Oblak is different gravy. A lot of people have been saying for a long time that this guy is the one. But boy, for me just to see that as well, it was nice to see those goalkeepers back to back, and Oblak is get him. Now, what you got to do.
I've said this for a while, even in the week of that Man City game, when he's licked off a shot from miles away and our keeper's running the other way and luckily gets a hand on it. Listen, he saved it, right? So that's your job. So you can't get too beat up about that, and they scored 2 goals. The penalty was just nuts, and Zeko's finish was tidy. But there's a few things today I looked at and I thought, this guy doesn't convince me.
Misplaced passing.
Yeah, misplaced passing. He kicked it out straight to me. I'm just like this. Oblak fills you with the confidence. Listen, Alisson, everyone's talking about this Alisson guy. Listen, he shipped 5 goals in the week. I don't think he could have done much about any of them, right? I'm not really going to blame too much against him, but I've seen Oblak for a while. I've actually been saying it for a while that Oblak's the one I'd want. Before, it seemed like it wasn't realistic, but now I understand he's not signing contracts. There's somebody, Atletico are bidding to buy that Bernd Leno, whatever his name is, from somebody else in Arsenal. They're both fighting for that signature. If he's available and Liverpool have the funding, which I'm sure they will after getting to the semi-finals of the Champions League, go and get him, get it done.
Yeah, I think, like you said there, it's been mentioned already that they asked him your plans for next season. He was like, not sure yet, and you do not want to be hearing that if you're a Atletico Madrid fan for sure.
But to wrap this up, I'm not even going to say man of the match. I genuinely, again, I have got nobody. I've got nothing for you.
You know what? I'm going to give it to... Is it Peters?
Peter, the one that... Yeah. The one.
He did a job on Mo Salah. I don't care if it was aggressive, it was rough, it was fouls. He done his job. He kept the guy quiet.
I tell you what, actually, saying that, Chelsea fans, you lot must look at Kurt Zuma and be like, yo,
Come back.
come back quick. Well, I don't understand what's going on. This Christian cat, everyone's like, oh yeah, Christian sounds like a great defender. He's a brilliant defender. He's got loads of ability. Well, fuck the ability. You need something now. Well, that guy looks like he's on juice. Zuma looks like he's on roids, bro. He's a big lad. Yeah. Get him in.
But do you reckon that Peter's his job on Salah? What do you think?
Yeah, I think he's poorly officiated. But I do also think Salah is too honest.
Yeah, he is.
He's getting punched. Mate is grabbing his arm in front of the referee. The referee's like, no, it's cool. Keep going. He's done a job, but I don't think I thought Zuma was really good today.
Yeah, I think you got to get hats off to Stoke. I mean, good performance for what they came for. They've done what they have to do, and they kept Salah quiet.
Question I'd like to put out to people is slightly different, and we will do a video on this separately, but World Cup come around the corner, and you're trying to tell me that this Butland cat is maybe number one. Get out. Get out. Get out of my face with that, bruv, because he is not.
No, but
he's not.
Having said that, though, he did make 2 saves, right, off Trent and off Salah. So, but I get what you're saying. Some of the stuff that he was doing was very dodgy.
He is not.
All right, so let's wrap this video up. I mean, now we got on to Roma on Wednesday. Let's hope we can get the job done. That's what I think everyone's thinking about now. Let us know your views on this game. Do you think the referee cost us? Do you think what can Liverpool do better? There were certain things I touched on earlier in the game. I was watching it, stuff like Marriner whipping the ball in. We could do with more stuff like that. If your plan's not working, we need to have different stuff going on. Do you know what I mean? So let us know what you think. What Liverpool need to change, and don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Peace.